In terms of its geographic size, New London is relatively small. However, within the city limits are some true outdoor gems just waiting to be explored. One of these is Alewife Cove, a small but important tidal creek shared by the neighboring town of Waterford. It was here that I met up with local writer and avid outdoorsman Steve Fagan for a short kayak tour of the cove, starting at Ocean Beach Park.
What I love most about kayaking is how easy it is to get in and out of the water. You hop in the boat and you start paddling, and there you are. You're in the water. You can go places where nobody else can go. And you can get up close to wildlife. There's no other boat that you can do that with. You can stay in the cove, in the cove where it's nice and sheltered, protected. It's a little breezy today, and yet we have no trouble at all navigating.
Sure.
So somebody in a little short plastic boat that just wanted to go out with a family and kids and stuff, they could have a ball. And it's great because we're in an urban center right here, and yet here we are on a beautiful day in early fall.
Yeah, feel like you're kind of like in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
Wow, man, Steve, this current in this creek is really cranking.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed. No, it's moving a couple of knots, so you have to work a little bit harder to get upstream. So we're coming at the ebb has begun an hour or so ago, so you can tell we're pushing against the current going upstream.
Yep, and there's some shallow spots, I imagine, that you have to watch out for, right?
There are shallows here. This was a result of Superstorm Sandy in 2012, I think.
It filled in.
It filled in a lot of the cove, and they did some dredging then. So we're paddling where Eugene O'Neill used to paddle.
The playwright.
The playwright, Pulitzer Prize, Nobel Prize winning playwright. He grew up in New London, and his boyhood home was not far from here.
And so he would row on this very stretch of water?
Absolutely, took his lady friends rowing up here in
No
Alewife
kidding.
Cove. Yep.
We're in hallowed water.
You bet. This is an estuary. It's called a cove, but it's also an estuary. And these are an important breeding ground for all sorts of bait fish. And as I said earlier, everything that's alive, every fish relies on bait fish, alewifes that come into coves like this one.
A driving force behind the effort to restore, protect, and enhance this beautiful waterway is the Alewife Cove Conservancy, led by Edward Lamoureux.
It's funny because when you stand here on this embankment now, when I was 5 years old, I was in these waters, swimming, fishing, crabbing, having fun. And now my children have grown up here, and now my grandchildren are in these same waters. Everybody loves Alewife Cove. It's everything you want to be out in nature, you're here in Alewife Cove with it. The Alewife Cove Conservancy is a group of dedicated people. That's Waterford, this is New London. Alewife Cove is the natural border between these two towns and cities. But people join together to protect, preserve, and enhance the cove. They love it. So as a conservancy, we're dedicated as an organization to raising funds, to doing the studies, to protect, preserve, and enhance this beautiful cove.
Estuaries and marsh systems like Alewife Cove are critical to the health and productivity of Long Island Sound and the animals that thrive there. Indeed, the Sound itself is technically an estuary, where salt and fresh water mix to create an incredibly diverse and fertile ecosystem.